what I have learned is that when you are being coached, when you are being taught, receiving an education, when you are receiving training, it must be done within a tight container. So what does this look like here? So the way that it's constructed is that there is daily, there is weekly, there is monthly, and there is biannual support that exists. So you are wrapped up sort of like nice and tight with this consistent support. And it's all here to help you actualize what you say you want, to help you take actions, to help you move forward with what it is that speaks to your heart and that you say you want. So actualizing your non-9-to-5 purpose, generating an income that you want, doing work that you say you want to do, moving through fears, doubts, areas you feel held back in. In order to do that, again, we need a tight container. So daily within the 9-5 programs, that's our community forum. So you have access to this 7 days a week, 24 hours a day, and I am there 5 days a week checking in. And this is where we're having e-coaching exchanges. So you have the availability, you have the I don't know, there's another word I was going to put there. We'll just say availability to have coaching exchanges with me. Those aren't just for your private coaching calls. They aren't just for VIP days if you have that as part of your program. That's what the forum is for, to have coaching exchanges. It's also where you can ask any question that you have. You can ask for any type of support. Anything. Nothing is ever too big. Nothing is ever too teeny tiny. It's where you have the safe container, the safe space to share vulnerably about what's happening for you, what you're experiencing on your journey. It's where you are celebrating anything that's teeny tiny and anything that's large. Celebrating is very, very important. Acknowledgement is very, very important. And our community tends to have a hard time really celebrating and acknowledging unless it's something that you would consider huge. So celebrating is really important. And of course, it's where we have our master posts where you are keeping consistent and being held accountable. So that's daily. Then we look at weekly. So your weekly update post with your updated pre-celebration plans. The weekly update serves as a way to both have you assess your past week and look ahead at the upcoming week. Your pre-celebration plan houses your actions. It houses what you need to be focusing on in order to be moving forward consistently and making progress. And your weekly update and your pre-celebration, I cannot stress enough how important this is, because you could think of it this way: trying to move forward without this plan, right? So think of it like this: if you had decided, if you had committed to drive across the country without mapping out the route or routes you would need to take, it's like getting in the car saying, Google Maps, who cares about that? Who needs Google Maps? Or if this was way before any type of GPS, it could be a paper map. Who needs that? I'll just wing it and figure it out. Doing that, if you're not staying consistent with your weekly update and your pre-celebration plan, it's like winging it, driving across the entire country. Yet we are not here to wing anything. This is not a winging type of place. You can wing it in other areas of your life that feel good and it feels intuitive to wing it. But when you are working on growing yourself and creating an intentional non-9-to-5 purpose, we don't wing it. And you all would not be here if you wanted to wing it. So we're not here to forego a plan. You can look at your plan. your pre-celebration plan, and even your weekly update as well. As like, it's like your best friend. You want to become best friends with it. You want to, hug it and give it some love, and you want to kiss it, give it more love, and you want to give it pets like you would your dog or your cat, and allow it to be there by your side to support you. And it will support you if you work your plan. And then, of course, if you have questions about your plan, you bring those forward on the forum. You bring those forward to PCCs. So we have daily, weekly, and then we have monthly. Okay, so here we are on our monthly community-wide teaching and support call. So we come together here on Zoom this one time per month for a teaching to receive support. I'll always be speaking to something, teaching to something that will support you if you are applying it, right? You have to apply it for it to support you, to make a difference. And it's a way, when we come together here, it's a way to gain insight into your next best steps, and also a way for our community to come together wherever we are in the different parts of the country that we are in, to come together like-minded folks here and be together in this energy. And so we've got daily, weekly, monthly, but then we have a second piece for monthly. So it's almost like we would look at this as twice a month. We have the community-wide teach and support call once a month. And then once a month, you have your private coaching call. And that's where you and I get to come together privately, just you and I. So that way you are creating actions that make the most sense. We're mapping them out together. We're assessing previous actions. We're discussing, and I'm coaching you in a really private way, where it's just you and I. We're looking at, where are you at? What is it you need? Where are you going? And again, we map it out together. And then we have biannually, so twice a year. We have 2 community-wide trainings. We have a summer and we have a winter. These are our big days we are coming together, being trained, diving really deep into a very necessary area, so that way you are flourishing, so that way you are thriving. And every time, every season, like, winter season, summer season, when I'm creating these trainings, what I am doing, I think it's important to share this with you, I am serving our community. I'm taking in what we're sharing in private coaching calls. I'm looking at our forum. I'm taking in what we're doing on community-wide teach and support calls, and I'm assessing what's needed. And then from there, there's also quarterly masterminds if you have opted in for that high level of support. And there are also VIP days if you've opted in for that high level, more personal, deeper support.